needle in a haystack. That shit. Now it's this.
Oh man,
That
dude,
shit was nutty.
it's nutty, man. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hopefully, we can get more people in the future, if anything. All right.
Hopefully.
Welcome to the podcast. This is our third episode. Today we're having a little issue. Justin's not going to be here,
Sure,
or hopefully,
Little issue?
hopefully he joins in the middle of it. But if he
Imagine.
doesn't, that's okay. That's fine. I mean, we're all comfortable with each other here. Once again,
This irresponsible.
I'm
cunt.
Edison.
I'm Sam.
I'm Marlon.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get this started. I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know how to start
Let me
it.
turn off the light. I'm trying to be in the dark.
I'm trying to be in the dark, dude. I'm trying to be in the light.
Actually, no. I'm trying to. Should I stay in the dark?
No.
Nah, what if you
I've
stay in
been-
the dark? You see
I
your
love
parents
the dark,
walking,
bro.
you're just like
Nah, 'cause,
wiggling in
like-
your chair, dude.
Because
I
I've
love
been
the dark.
watching BuzzFeed Unsolved recently.
Oh,
You get
yeah.
spooked out. You get spooked.
Yeah,
Yes,
bro. I never thought I would watch something from BuzzFeed that I would genuinely like,
Bro.
and like,
You know
Yeah.
bro,
have
that
you-
BuzzFeed Unsolved is the creepy music, the
Yeah.
ghosts
Yeah.
and demons,
Nah, they
and
have
bro.
some
It just-
comedy in there. It's funny. It's funny.
it
too.
gets
Yeah,
you- it
the
gets your
comedy
blood.
like alleviates it at
Yeah,
times.
the chemistry between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I'd be looking at like the side of my room and it's mega dark, and then I just be like, damn, there's a demon there, bro. That's it. It's clear.
I thought I'd get over
I
that
don't know,
kind of stuff, but even if I thought I'd get over it as I grow up, but I don't know. It just stays with you, like that.
Dude, when I was young, I didn't give a shit. I was like, yo,
What the
demons can
fuck,
suck
dude?
my dick.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't care. If I saw a shadow or something, I was like, yo, pull up. Like, that's it.
You're like
It's
20
on
pounds,
sight,
dude.
bro.
Pull up, man.
It's on sight, bro. I was 6 years old. I saw a shadow figure. I literally, like, got in a fighting stance. Like, yo, what's good?
Dude, I
And
was
now
now
you're like,
it's like
oh, shoot.
I'm pussy as fuck. I'm just like hiding. I'm running back to my room. I'm like, yo, no
you know what they
demon
can
trying
do
to
now,
catch you
bro.
today, bro.
They can freaking paralyze you, tear you
Yeah,
apart.
You know what? You know what they can do now. You know what I'm saying? Dude,
Yeah, so you
used
get
to, I used to
scared.
be so scared that I wouldn't go to. I would get my dad to go to the bathroom with me. Like literally, I'd be like, "Yo, just stand right here. I gotta piss."
Really?
Yeah, I'd be
Damn.
so terrified. Turn the lights on, stand right next to me. Nah, I ain't fucking with that, dude. Can't be having them shoot my dick off. Dude.
Take out the Bible, bro. Just start.
Holy
The
Jesus.
power
Well, I'm
of
taking a
Christ
piss. Just
compels
recite the
you.
Bible, please.
Jesus, please let me piss.
Nah, bro, I don't know.
Watch me.
I feel like my mind just creates these scenarios where
Yeah.
I think there's something there, but it's really not.
Yeah, sometimes I try to distinguish. I'm like, am I just fucking myself over? Because like, your brain does do that when
Yeah.
you're
When you're scared.
Fearful.
Am I just
Yeah.
fucking myself at that point? Yeah.
yeah, which is kind of the big yikes because me and my group of best friends from middle school, we're thinking about like we're already planning. We're gonna be going and visiting haunted places like with ghosts and
Dude,
also
that sounds
demon
so fun.
places.
Yeah.
Bring it.
To have our own experience.
Bring some holy water,
And,
dude. You never know.
It's the big yikes,
Bro,
man.
what if
I
a
don't
homeless
know.
person just pops out of nowhere, like disheveled hair?
Bro, I was thinking that same thing because some of these places that you see on BuzzFeed Unsolved, I'm just like the doors are open and like
Yeah.
anyone can
like
go in at any
anyone
part
can
of the
go
day.
in.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yo, what if there's just like a homeless guy there?
Like a
and,
crazy person
You
just
walk
screaming,
in,
bro.
and
What if
he's
he's
just
screaming?
screaming, bro.
Bro, I would leave. Like, dude.
I'd run out of there,
I just
bro.
got chills.
I'd be the
I literally
first
just got
one
chills, bro. Holy
leaving,
shit.
bro. Jeez.
I got chills. I was like, dude, I just got chills all over my body. I was like, dude, I just imagine
I
the scream,
can't,
bro.
man.
Like,
Yeah.
If I saw a homeless person, I would never think they were a homeless person. I'd be like, yeah, I should have saw Lucifer right there, bro. That shit was crazy,
bro, would you like fight or would you like just fucking dip, dude?
bro. Just fucking dip. Because
bro.
you in any other situation, you would like be like, yo, what the fuck, and like confront.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then in that situation
He's
where it's
crazy.
like
He has nothing to lose.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dark and it's
Yeah.
Listen, if
you're
I-
just in an atmosphere that has
Yeah.
putting pressure on you. That's fear.
Yeah.
You're gonna see that and you're just gonna dip.
The thing is, like, it's a homeless person in the haunted house. He probably has nothing to lose. He
Yeah.
probably owns that
Yeah.
fucking shit, and like he probably has some sort of disease.
Probably
I don't
like
wanna
has a
touch him,
knife
dude.
or something in his
Yeah,
like
he's-
back pocket.
Like his
It's like
nails.
some
In his
dildo
back
prepared. You're just waiting for you.
What if he's naked, man? Fuck, dude. Like that's the worst thing. If he's naked and he runs at you like at like 40 miles an hour, just like coked out, like you can't even
This
stop
man
him
just
at
turns
that
into a
point.
car and just
Like, dude.
runs into you.
can't
Jeez.
Wait, have you ever wondered like what is real and what isn't? Like when people say like skeptics, right?
Uh-huh.
They're just like
That's fake. That's fake. Oh,
we need
man.
evidence, yeah. And then it's just
Yeah.
like when stuff pops up, it's like in BuzzFeed and stuff that guy said like evidence pops up, but then everyone disapproves of it, and it's like so, like at some points you don't know what's real and what's not. So then
Right.
some things that are
Like
real,
maybe like a
they
witness or
get
something.
disapproved.
Like maybe like a witness or like a
Like,
storytelling or
but
something.
even witness accounts can be like altered
Even
Yeah.
witness accounts, yeah, they were people dismiss them.
I think
because like people hallucinate things. I mean, we
Right.
all have like
Yeah, people
hallucinated
Yeah.
just
something.
just count it down as hysteria, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should take it with a grain of salt. Maybe like take like 5% of what they say and maybe have like some sort of logical like interpretation.
Conclusion.
Like let's say,
Yeah.
oh, I saw something dark. It had 4 legs or something. Maybe it was just a freaking big ass cow or like a really really I don't know. Like, you know what I'm
In the
saying?
haunted house, yeah, a cow.
Yeah, it was
I
just a
don't know,
couch
dude.
feeling, bro.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm just saying, if they do say something that's like kind of out of it, or like maybe it sounds similar to like, like maybe Bigfoot was just like a big gorilla standing up. You never know,
Right. Yeah.
or like maybe the
But at the same time, why would there be a gorilla, in like the United States out in the forest?
I
Like,
don't know, man.
Who
That's a
knows,
good
man?
question. That is a good question.
wait, do you
Mysterious
think
things.
Bigfoot is real?
The thing is, if Bigfoot is real, he would have to be intelligent enough to be able to know
Be
that we're finding
hiding all
him,
the
or
time.
hide,
Right.
yeah, for hide for so long.
Because the thing is,
Right.
I'm just like, how are we missing a 2,000 pound, 7 foot
Exactly,
10
with a huge ass
Yeah.
foot, like
monkey
Yeah.
like how does he like just how does his like footprints
or
never
ape?
seem consistent enough for us to be finding it? Because we only found like a few, and like it just never happened again. It's like what? Like,
Yeah.
First off, I don't think
And there's only like one video evidence that hasn't been disproved, and it's like, yo, like how has only one person recorded this being?
like how did the thing is like how does these footprints not show up? Like, dude, you can't climb on trees without bending like the branches or anything.
Yeah.
Big as fucking 2,000 pounds, dude. The hell?
Plus, it could always be a guy in a costume just trying to
that's
prank
the
people.
most like reasonable.
And you know
thing.
people are doing that
Yeah,
too.
like,
Like
there
you
are
know
so many
people are
stories
trying to
of
do that.
Yeah, and so it's just fucking.
So
weird.
it's so hard to believe what is real, what
No,
is
but the
supernatural.
Yeti stuff, like the ice giants, I kind of do believe that though. Like in that
Yeah.
scenario, it's really hard to spot in like the most northern parts of Canada or like the most highest elevations. We really can't like document things, and like the footprints
Yeah.
can be covered up by snow, and I think animals have to be big up there or like like tough to be.
To survive
Yeah,
in
to
that
survive in that
condition.
kind of
Right,
environment.
right.
So like that makes more sense than like being in a forest where there's
Yeah.
plenty of water and food and all that stuff. So
It just doesn't make sense that they hide so well.
right,
It just
right.
doesn't
Like,
make any
where are they
sense.
or they can't be
Yeah.
going underground. Like we'll find a hole
Yeah.
regardless if they're like
What the only
Well-
the only reasonable explanation I can think of is them being underground.
right.
Right.
That would be the
But then
most
it's like,
reasonable thing. But like, where's the holes? Like
how
every
does that
time,
even happen?
Yeah.
like how is that, like don't they shed hair? Like if they had hair,
Yeah.
they would shed it.
Or maybe like the government. I know it's gonna sound like conspiracy theorist, but like
The
what
Sam
if
just
the
comes in.
government?
What about aliens? Just like-
What
Shit,
about like
here we
I'm
go
serious. Like
again.
what if the government is just trying to like
But what?
put this all in the
Yeah, what do they have to gain for that?
trying to hide it.
What do they have to gain for hiding big ass monkeys?
Yeah, 'cause, like,
what are
public
Because
hysteria?
then it would, at that point
Yeah.
it would just be an ape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a big ass ape. Like what do they have to fight? Like does it have superhuman
That's
strength
true,
or
yeah.
like is the meat like all curing
Well,
or something?
it
Like
would
what the
because
hell?
it's like 7'10", so like it weighs 2,000 pounds. So realistically,
Yeah.
it'd be fucking
It would be
a
dangerous.
monster.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
dangerous or something. Like
It'd be a unit.
yeah, it would be
Yeah.
an absolute fucking unit. It would be. I just wanted to say that. I don't know why. It would be an absolute alpha male. Dude.
I think something as a
Absolute.
unit is like
A big
Funny.
boy. He's a big
a
boy.
big boy.
He's
Yeah.
a thicky boy.
So
He's
I
huge.
don't know.
Yeah.
And like I always thought like you ever heard the saying that like myths are grounded in some truth.
Yeah. There is some truth to all lies. Or
It's
something
all
like
myths,
that. Or
right?
All myths,
Like-
yeah, stuff like that.
You ever think like that's true for like Greek mythology or like Norse
No,
mythology?
'cause
like there's
yeah,
like
the
Wow.
kraken, like
Or
the
like
kraken is just a
Egypt.
big ass squid,
Yeah.
and like
yeah.
and we have found like a really long fish that resembles some of the drawings in like the Nordic times or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And maybe dragons were just extinct because they require so much energy to upkeep their form, or like I don't think the breathing
Yeah.
fire part is right. I don't think
When I
that-
was
that's just
thinking like
fantasy.
about dragons before, I was like, what if they just
extinct or like they
died out
yeah.
because like realistically the way they function would be detrimental to their survival,
Because
like
they're so
body
big and
wise.
they're
Yeah.
so, like the thing is like
Right.
where are the bones then? Like you gotta find
Right.
out, you gotta follow up with where are the fossils of them, or like like where's
Yeah.
the like evidence?
I mean, if
That's-
we're thinking about a dragon, right? They can fly, so they're probably like in the mountains somewhere.
Right. Maybe
So,
maybe
I
there's
mean, maybe
unexplored
there.
areas that we just haven't found.
Yeah.
Maybe
Plus, we
there's,
know
like,
dinosaurs existed, and
yeah,
we know
people don't really check for fossils in like a mountain,
Yeah,
like
that doesn't
Right.
make
high
really, it
up.
doesn't make really like, that much
Exactly.
sense because we usually find it underground or stuff like that.
yeah.
Or maybe it's actually in maybe dragons. Most dragons find in some like secluded like island that we just haven't found yet. Like
Yeah.
there's always that
That is
possibility.
pretty crazy because we wouldn't be able to find every single island
Yeah, we
and
wouldn't
stuff.
because I don't think we have found all the islands in the world yet. So I really don't think we have the entire map
Yeah.
mapped out. It's like the possibility of this small island being out like in the middle of the Atlantic or Pacific is pretty high. I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it's like we have the satellites and everything now,
Right.
though.
That's true.
So
We could be very accurate, but
pretty
The
crazy.
government is trying to hide it from us once again.
I don't know.
Who
No, because like
knows?
there's so many like connecting cultures that all have dragons in them. Like it's not just like a
Yeah.
fanatical idea from like one specific culture. Like every single, well, not every single, but like a big like China has dragons, Europe has dragons. Like
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. And then like, yeah.
different. Like albeit that it's different.
Yeah,
forms
there's
of
like
dragons.
there's always like a similarity or
Yeah,
a
but they're
constant
always most
amongst
of them,
all
yeah.
those.
They can fly. Most of them
Cultures.
breathe fire. They're all majestic. They're all like like I don't know. Like it's
That actually brings up a great point because then it's like a place that has stayed to themselves. Because like, yeah, you could say like Europe and then China and everything. They had the Silk Road. They talked amongst
Right.
like in history, so there could be like a blending of culture there. But then what about a place like, let's say, Japan,
right.
where historically they kept to themselves and weren't even discovered for such a long time,
Yeah.
and they already had that in their culture.
Well, but then like
Mm.
you gotta know that the Japanese people, most of their the language came from China,
Yeah.
and I think some of the culture. I think they took some of the culture and moved it to Japan, but I think most of it.
Yeah.
There's similarities, but I do think it makes sense that
Yeah,
they're isolated. And they
that
shouldn't
culture is
have-
blended and
Yeah,
yeah.
they shouldn't have dragons unless it's like just it's like a literal thing, like you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's always interesting to think about.
Yeah, then there's always like regional monsters like the Wendigo for the Native Americans and the Chupacabra
Yeah.
for the Mexicans and
The Mexicans.
I don't know,
The
man.
Mexicans.
I don't know where they're from, dude. Don't make fun of me, man. I'm not culturally appropriate.
No, man, it's all good. It's all good.
I don't know. Dude. Someone tell me where the Chupacabra is from, dude. I don't know where it's from, man. Oh, man. Where is it from? Is it from like?
It's from
I think you're
Mexico,
right.
dude.
No, I think you're right. I remember
I was
playing
just
Pop
messing with you.
Tropical.
Just messing with you.
I
I just
don't
liked
know,
it when
man.
you
Don't
said
make fun of me.
Mexico, dude.
The only Asian in the two is like with the two Hispanics in the call, dude, and it's gonna be three.
'cause
Justin.
I remember playing Pop Tropica,
Right.
and they had an island where you
the
would
hell?
like go. You don't know Pop Tropica?
No, I know what it is, but like you.
I don't
played
know
it, dude.
some
Some pop the what?
Yeah.
The what?
Wait, do you know? Do you know? Do you
It's
know
like,
about Pop Tropica?
Club Penguin almost like it's kind of that
Yeah.
that vibe stuff going on.
And they have
You don't know
chupacabras.
about it?
You know?
So like they have different islands, right? And on those islands, there's like themes. So there's a superhero island. There's a spy island. It's
And there's a
basically like
Mexican island.
yeah. Oh well, there's a monster island where you discover the
Mexicano
monsters.
island, okay? it's just
Mexicano
cholos.
island.
It's just cholos there, dude. He's like, yo, what's up? See what you coming for? like something like that. I don't know, dude.
The tourist guy that invites you in gets spit by a chupacabra on set. Oh, man.
Dude, that would be funny.
Bro. But yeah, Pop Tropica was amazing back then.
I don't
You
know-
never played it?
I never played
Never
it. Though. I
played
just
it.
know what it was.
Never even heard about it.
I knew what it was. I just
Really?
never played it. So
Yeah.
Like, did you have a computer back then?
Yeah, but I just played chess on it.
Oh, so you know? Wait. So you never played Club Penguin? You never
Nope.
played Nitro? You were
Nope.
just staying.
I just played chess against the computer and lost every
against
time.
the computer.
Oh,
Yep.
man. I played
God.
Dude, I didn't even know what YouTube was. I searched the letter U and the number 2, thinking I was like, wow, YouTube, dude.
YouTube.
I was like, dude,
Oh,
where's
man.
the YouTube, man? Man, I don't know. As kids, I didn't know much.
Damn. So you guys never had like that internet experience?
I did,
bro.
but like I just never.
Early
I played
on,
Wyatt
man.
games. I played Wyatt games and stuff like that. I didn't really mess with the
like the Flash games.
Yeah, I
too.
didn't really mess with like the actual stuff where you have to sign up for. You
I
know,
got into the Flash games.
Yeah, the Flash games.
That
Were,
era.
But no MMOs.
oh, maybe
No,
story is like the
none
only
of
thing I really have experience with. Like
No Sword Art Online.
Really?
Never delved into a
Wow,
world.
I
no
never played-
free realms.
No
oh
free
my
realms, dude.
gosh, you guys are missing Fusion Fall.
No, I
You,
don't know.
don't, you guys don't know about Fusion.
Do you know what
Fall?
guns were like? GUNZ, like you know that one or no?
Guns?
Oh,
No, I don't
no.
know.
I don't know, dude. We're just talking about like the old times, dude.
Yeah, those were the great times back then.
Yes.
I used to sit down and watch Ben 10.
Yeah.
I was
Enjoy
out
my time.
dodging bullets in Brooklyn
Oh man.
while y'all were playing guns.
Running away from the niggas. Dude. Oh,
I was playing guns in real life.
I should have said that, dude. Cut it out, dude. No, I didn't say anything. Dude.
Nah,
I
nah,
didn't
you
say
keep
anything.
that. You keep
Nah,
that.
nah,
You,
nah.
you get it deported.
Sorry,
That's it.
sorry. I went to school in Harlem for 4 years. Please excuse me. Please excuse me. Please excuse me. We're
Hey,
about
that
to
doesn't work,
graduate. We're
dude. That
about to
was Spanish
graduate.
God
Harlem, dude.
Oh
damn, bro.
man.
Shoot.
I
You can't get that.
always. As soon as I went into school, I was like, damn, I really gotta watch how I say things or watch how my accent changes. But I don't know, dude. Because I was like, oh, I gotta make sure I don't sound like one of those people. But I don't know. It changes.
What do you mean one of those?
I don't know. I don't want to say ghetto, but
No, I get what you're saying.
I don't want to pick up their
So you're trying
slang
to say
because like
black?
it would be weird if I walked into Staten Island speaking like a freaking like a Harlem resident. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shoot, can we post this?
yeah, we can.
You're trying to say.
I don't think
You're trying to see we're trying to be a.
A what? A what?
So that's
Say
what
with the hard R. Say with the
No,
hard R.
no, dude.
So,
We
okay,
get demonetized
okay,
without
okay,
any
okay.
money anyway.
We're not even making money. In the first
No
place.
money, but we're just getting demonetized, dude. Yeah,
Our third podcast age restricted. All right.
but
We're getting taken down, bro.
non 18. Please
Shoot.
step away.
No, man, I do get what you're saying. That
Yeah.
your vernacular does change
Yeah.
as you move to different areas.
I traveled across the entire Manhattan. I go from like freaking Bowling Green all the way to like 116th Street, and
Yeah.
you kind
My vernacular was already like how I already talk.
vernacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
So
you-
then
yeah,
it
you-
was just chilling for me.
Yeah, it was just chilling for you.
Yeah, because you're probably always raised in that environment,
Yeah.
so
Getting,
you just got used to it.
Marlon knows what I'm doing already. You already know what I'm doing.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you're clapping cheeks. I don't know if you're spanking
No,
someone.
it's like when you
I
like
have no idea.
punch your palm and you just do it over and over again.
Yeah, punching your palm is like
It feels good, dude.
jokingly like the one to the other one to the other one. It's just
It
fun.
flows. It flows, man. It flows.
Yeah. And like in a joke.
Oh, you
in
do
person,
that,
it
Marlon.
works.
I just realized
I
that.
told him about that stuff. Man. What the hell?
Yeah, he taught me that, dude. I saw it and I
Really?
was like, yo, that looks like fun, and I just started doing it.
That looks like fun.
And for jokes, like in person, it just works.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm gonna.
God damn it. I don't know.
If only we could
I don't-
show the people this, but
Yeah.
we can't.
I mean, I think they can imagine.
yet.
You take a fist and then put it into one palm.
Okay,
same thing
you were
with the
talking
other.
about fists, putting them into something else.
No. We keep this PG-13 unless unless this isn't gonna get posted. In which case,
Wait, did you guys hear about Belle Delphine making a Pornhub account?
No, I never heard of that before.
No, I haven't heard.
Wow, really? You haven't?
Nah. Listen, I go there and I go
Okay.
right out as soon as I get the job done, dude. I just leave. I leave.
Okay,
I have shame.
let me go on Pornhub right now.
You
Let me,
ejaculate and evacuate.
Let me go on that real quick, dude.
Yeah, let me go on Pornhub real quick. I'm just gonna. Wait, you know who Belle Delphine is, though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
It's that,
of
it's that,
course.
Okay, this looks really weird. I'm just in a dark room with my mic on, a laptop.
I think this is
me
the
hunched
second time
over.
you've done this.
Yeah,
this,
and it's just
this is
porn.
our third podcast.
Oh man, I thought I was gonna keep it clean, but
Belle.
as soon as
Okay,
I
Belle
said
Delphine.
freaking, oh man, dude, I just. Sorry.
Okay, here it is,
I
Belle
apologize.
Delphine.
I apologize. It'll never happen again. It just slipped out of me, dude. Slipped
I'll
out
let
of
it
me.
happen again. Oh.
But anyway, I was
Okay,
I
so
feel
this is
like-
what it is. So,
Yeah.
Belle Delphine, you know how she is. She's a tease and everything.
Yeah.
Makes money off her Patreon. She
Mhm.
made a Pornhub account, and she puts really
provocative stuff on it.
Yeah.
yeah. So then in her videos on Pornhub, she posted like this video that says the title is Belle Delphine strokes two big cocks, and then
Oh, no.
but in the video themselves, it's her. She has two roosters, and she's just petting them.
No. It's like that. It's like that guy, dude.
Oh,
The Ryan
yeah, that
Kramer
guy.
dude. It's
Yeah.
that guy. No.
And then for this other one, it's Belle Delphine gets double penetrated, and she just puts two cigarettes into her
Sam, what are you doing,
nostrils,
Sam?
and she.
What?
Keep talking.
Just
Keep
smoking
talking.
Yeah, just keep the conversation going. I'm just.
Man, this is what
Alright.
happens when we're missing a member, dude. We got go out of control, dude. We just lose all.
And then Belle Delphine gets scissored, and she's just using a pair of scissors.
That makes sense.
Yikes.
I feel like she's
Yeah.
overrated a bit.
I just wanted to get back to the video game part. If you're
Overrated?
wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Belle
I,
Delphine,
I,
yeah,
I think yeah, cause like
she is overrated. She's not. She's
It ha-
not. She's not.
she has that the reason she's getting so big is because people are wanting her to do something.
She's feeling that
And that's why
niche.
they
Yeah.
give her money and everything, and just the fact that she hasn't done anything, that's why
Yeah.
people keep coming to her because it's like they want to see it happen.
Ah,
Right.
nice usage. No, but
I don't know, man.
No,
So she's making hella buck. hella bucks.
Yeah, she does. She makes
It's ridiculous.
I think she feels that
I'm like,
niche,
why though?
in my
Like,
opinion.
how are people like freaking? You
No,
get
because
what?
there isn't that many like, or I don't think I've ever seen any like I had got like truly I had got like cam girl thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, not many people like cosplay and do that kind of provocative stuff
I
like
guess,
that often.
yeah,
Like,
that is
compared
true.
to the
That level, yeah.
like general like the general theme of other stuff is just like, oh, big titties or like whatever the hell, you know.
That is true.
This
I
is
don't
going
know.
down the drain. I really wanted to. Can we go back to video
Let's,
games, man? Come
yeah,
on,
yeah,
man. Can we go back to
let's
video
go
games? I really
back.
wanted to talk
Yeah.
about if you were to
So
choose.
Pornhub right now.
So about gaming in Pornhub now. VR porn. No,
No,
Whoa.
that scene is
A
actually
new
pretty cool.
industry.
Like I remember sometimes I would be looking up like joke videos. Like I remember one time it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was with my best friends on Xbox. I looked up like Shrek is love,
Shrek
Shrek
is
is
life.
life
Oh, of
on
course.
Pornhub, and I just watched the video, and then it just became a rabbit hole into weird ass memes.
Why did you voluntarily drop into Shrek stuff, dude? Come on, man.
Jesus,
No,
bro.
it just went away from
I mean, come
Shrek,
on,
and it
who
went to
wouldn't, bro?
Sonic, it went to Clifford, and it was just memes.
Clifford, the
Jesus,
big red
bro.
dog.
Oh my
Clifford, oh
god.
no.
It was just split out memes, and it was hilarious. And I was just like, and then it got into phase, and I was watching like montages and everything, and I was just like, yo, this is YouTube, but just on a different platform. And like,
That's
there was
crazy.
some mega,
That's the
probably the
beauty.
funniest videos I've ever watched are on Pornhub.
Yeah,
Really?
you're right. Sometimes I'll be going to those
Either
meme
from
pages.
the acting in porn or from the memes.
That's shit. Yeah, the acting is hilarious. I'm like, dude, this is so fun. You lemon stealing whore. That's that was funny.
The classic dick in a pumpkin trick, you know? I just stopped watching the video and I was like, I can't keep going. I was laughing. I was like, all right, that's it.
I feel like if your parents walk in, you'd point to it and be like, "Isn't that funny?" For like half a second, and then realize what's
Isn't
going
that
on,
funny?
and then just realize what's going on, dude. Hey, look, this dick is in a pumpkin. Wait. But yeah, let's go into that video game thing. I really wanted to talk about
What video game?
the topic where Sam brought up. If you were to have one stat, choose one stat to boost, what would you boost?
Yeah.
So
And
you
we're
guys-
doing this based off of the Fallout thing. So you have your stats are strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
So out of those 7, out of those 7, which one would you want to boost up? Let's say to its max.
I
feel like
yeah.
I feel like
go ahead.
the obvious choice is luck, right? Because I feel like
Luck.
with luck you can basically do anything,
Yeah,
right?
it covers like a lot of the stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
You
get
get
I
lucky
feel
with the
like-
gains. Lord Gains
Right.
bless
yeah,
you.
you get good protein.
Charisma, you're
synthesis,
lucky.
and
You
all
can
that
get any girl you want, like
Oh,
that sort of stuff.
I was thinking more positions, but sure.
I mean, yeah,
Right.
whatever floats your boat. But yeah,
Yeah,
so I feel like
yeah.
luck is
Oh
just.
yeah, your boat will float if you have that much luck, dude. It will never sink.
You're right.
You're actually right. Yeah. But yeah, so let's take luck out of the.
Yeah, let's just like that. That's like the one that it's fun to
That
have.
everyone would choose,
everybody
yeah.
would probably choose that in a heartbeat. I'd probably choose
out of the-
intelligence in my opinion because
Intelligence.
I just value intelligence so much in my life at least that if I don't know if I always think if I were just a little smarter, life would probably be easier, but it'd probably be the opposite,
Yeah.
obviously, because you
Wait,
have so much to
if-
think.
I mean,
If you pick a stat, does that mean the rest of the stats
No,
are
it's just like-
lower?
no, it's
or-
just
no,
like
you
a-
keep the same stats you
it's
have
just,
right
just like
now.
yourself right now, right? Just
Yeah.
Yeah,
one
so
person,
my
also
four
you
my
just
four
get
charisma,
smart,
right?
yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to know how much I have?
I don't know. Just think
I
about
mean,
yourself
just
regularly.
yeah. Think about what
Yeah,
you
don't
Because
have.
the thing is, like-
the stuff over here doesn't
Because
really matter.
this
So we
is
just think
this is basically saying how I am right now, and then just having one just thing about me just
increase
exponentially
yeah.
increase.
It's just
Yes,
a positive,
exactly,
no negatives.
yeah.
Just a straight positive.
Then there's just no negative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a dream kind of thing, or we can have a negative
Yeah.
if you guys really want one. But I don't think that'll be
Necessary,
too fun.
yeah. I don't know, like what constitutes intelligence? Like, are
Because
we
if,
saying?
if there's a negative, right? Like if every other stat goes down except the one you pick,
Maybe there's like an opposite.
because then it's just like you're just trying to like see which
which combinations
helps
are
you
better. Yeah.
best, you know?
Yeah. But no, screw the negatives. I mean,
One positive.
then again, it's kind of like cheating. In my opinion. It's kind of like too unfair just to have a positive for no reason.
Perception, I feel like you could be a complete badass with perception.
Right, you'd be like Sherlock Holmes. You'd be
Sherlock.
able to deduce
freaking-
anything.
The series, right? The TV series.
And you could see
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah, you could literally detect anything.
But if you're intelligent, you can also Like intelligent and perception
Like,
are
yeah,
pretty closely tied.
what constitutes
Yeah, there's like
intelligence?
street
Like,
smarts and
what are
there's
we
book smarts. You
saying?
know what I'm saying? Like and like how like what do you mean by
Like,
gaining of
Well, perception, I feel like is just like your
conversation?
instincts.
And yeah,
No, your instincts, like straight up, like you could pick up on anything and people's reactions because that's your instinct. Like you're naturally supposed to like try to pick up on how people are reacting
oh,
to you and like your environment. But
mm-hmm.
then intelligence, that's how quickly you learn things.
Mm.
So then,
Yeah, yeah.
if
There's
you see something, like someone's like
iron you
cooking a
correct.
like,
Yeah,
hamburger in front of you, you could just look at it for a second. If you're like
yeah,
maxed out intelligence, you'll be like, I already know how to do this. Like
right.
that's it.
That's intelligent. Yeah, that kind of intelligence is pretty valuable. I think
yeah.
But
perception.
then
Yeah, perception is
perception,
pretty.
like straight up,
I think it's like instinct like increased. Like it's just enhanced instinct.
Oh yeah, like you get the showering
I
gun,
think
you're
maybe
able
like
to
your
predict the
senses are just
future.
maybe like all five senses are just like just increased and like you also have
I feel like perception and charisma go hand in hand.
yeah I think it well
But like charisma is just like you get to manipulate people.
yeah,
You
you
get
just have
to
your
like
ways because like everybody just
Yeah.
seems to like you.
Talking, you
Like
know?
there isn't really like in my opinion
Yeah.
charisma is just everybody just seems to like you for some odd reason that they can't explain. Whereas
yeah.
perception, you know how people feel like, so you can kind of
Yeah,
move your way around
charismatic.
that.
You just
yeah. Charisma is just like a
That's
just like
your
a,
way.
like a straight up like
Yeah.
everybody likes you. It's like playing life on easy mode kind of thing.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well,
Charisma would also be
perception,
good
yeah, I
because then I'm pretty sure any interview, any job you'd want, even if you're not qualified, if you
Yeah.
had max charisma, you
You'd be
could
like, oh
probably
wow,
get it.
he's just really nice to be around. I'd love to have him in my
yeah.
in
I
my
would just go with
workplace.
charisma. If I
Yeah.
couldn't go with luck, I would go with charisma.
Thing is,
Yeah.
like I'd go
Because I
for
feel like charisma
intelligence.
just makes your life fun.
It's
Yeah.
it's fun. It's definitely fun to just have everything
Right.
given to you or you know or just
Not even given to you. It's the the conversations you get to have with people. You realize, oh,
They
like
enjoy
I
it.
was smooth as
Okay,
fuck
yeah.
there. Like,
Yeah.
that was fun.
And then
And
people
stuff.
like you more, and
you're
then it's
charismatic.
just
Man.
yeah.
You guys are charismatic, dude. I want to be around you guys. I want to do stuff.
I like how we don't even acknowledge strength. Like strength is just
Yeah,
like,
Like,
that-
it's not like a like in this day and age. It's not like fuck. What are you gonna do? Like 50. Like what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? Like if you can bench press like 500, who cares? Like at the end
Yeah,
of the day,
who-
unless
who
you're like a gym
cares?
rat. Like who really cares? Like wow, you can.
Yeah.
You
The
can,
only people that would care is if you start making it like,
like a hobby or a job.
a
or-
weightlifter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a
like you're a
job.
weightlifter
Yeah,
or
if you
like-
become a professional weightlifter,
or like an
then-
athlete or something like. You know, like
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
like that. But
then
then again, I
that
think
would come
agility
in
is more
handy, yeah.
useful if you're an athlete. Like if you're like a
Yeah.
basketball player or like a football
Yeah.
player. Or anything
Honestly,
else.
I'd take like agility just to be like a ninja or stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just to be like a
'Cause, like,
parkour man.
Yeah.
Agility would
Could
be
be, like-
pretty cool because you could do like
Like
just
tricks
I think
parkour,
it's
bouncing
like-
around.
But
Could be like Batman.
Yeah, what kind of
Like-
agility are you talking? Are you talking like more like your like muscle mind connection is just so much better? You can like manipulate your body better, or like you can go from like 0 to 100 in terms of like speed real quick, or like kind of like agility is kind
I
of
feel
like
like I feel like
You should. Your muscles are just more tuned to like
you want
just
physical.
yeah, you can do whatever you
action.
want.
Activities,
You
yeah.
just do whatever you want with them. It's because sometimes you don't know. Like if you throw a basketball,
So
it
that
doesn't work.
because their
Ooh, so-
endurance is just like you last longer, like your
Oh,
muscles last longer.
yeah,
but then
'cause it-
strength
Ooh,
is just
actually,
straight up.
I just remembered endurance. Hold on. If you take that, out of context, endurance could actually
Yeah, with a naked body, like this guy's literally naked right here. In this picture. You guys can't see it, but it's literally just a naked.
could
person.
last for like 10 hours and just keep going and going.
But then
and
I
going.
think like maybe endurance is a pretty hidden
Oh
OP.
my
It's hidden OP
God.
because you can do anything with endurance. You know what I'm saying? It's hidden OP.
Yeah,
Because you can get really smart
then-
if you have the endurance to get read a lot of books or learn something or
that's true. You could apply endurance to everything.
except
So,
luck.
like-
I think luck is just broken.
still
You
goes
really
with
can't
charisma.
have more luck. That's just an uncontrollable
Mm.
controllable factor.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like that intelligence that Marlon mentioned is really really nice because where you just learn stuff really easily. I think
Yeah.
that's in my opinion one of the most valuable things you can get.
Yeah, like when learning a lesson or something from like a lecture,
Yeah, or
like
not,
10
not
minutes
even
in,
just
you're
lectures,
just like,
life
I
You
grasped
just get it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, maybe just playing a sport, you pick it up instantly. You're really good at it, instantly.
Yeah.
Just like a natural at everything.
Oh, that'd be pretty crazy. Yeah.
You just pick up
I didn't think of
basketball,
that. Yeah.
You shoot a 3 for no reason with perfect form or something.
just no reason.
like,
You're not
it's
even
not-
aiming for the basket. You're
You
just
do it
like,
half court.
like you see someone dancing, you pick up their moves right away. Oh my god, dude, come on!
oh, but that's like at that point, that's like a polymath.
Yeah.
Like you're just able to
Yeah,
pick
you-
up any single.
Like languages,
Skill.
instantly, dude. Oh bonjour, oh oui, baguette, dude.
Oh,
Like
that's crazy.
Baguette.
I took French. Right?
Baguette.
I took French. I'm ashamed.
Baguette.
Bro, I didn't realize how much French I know until we stopped learning French.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of fell off.
When we were learning French, I was like, bro, I just know how to say hello. Now I can talk sentences. I have a conversation. I'm just like, whoa.
I hope.
When did I
didn't
learn
get
this?
I hope that I didn't get
Where
picked
was
on.
this all 3 years? What the?
I really no. 'Cause I think it's just the pressure that's not there anymore. Like you can use it for
Yeah,
fun
right.
instead of for work. You know, Because I
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna mess with this person, like I'm gonna mess with a friend, and I'm gonna like say what I was gonna say in English in French, and then I'm just
yeah.
like, wait, I don't know how to say that, but then I say it, and I'm like, wait, what the hell? Doesn't make any sense.
Bro, I really didn't want Miss Cross to call me, dude. She'd when she was like looking around the room, I'm like, I gotta hide, I gotta use the bathroom, I gotta do something, dude.
I gotta do
Yeah, you
something.
always avoid eye
I
eye
can,
contact with the
dude.
teacher.
If she
Yeah.
calls me, my heart just beats like crazy. I'm like, we, like I don't know. It's
I remember one time it was very at the end of the day because I had our eighth period.
Mm.
Um, at one point, Mohammed Sabali of Mandinka,
Ah,
he from our school, he asked Miss Kraus about something about a test and everything, and then she ended up telling the whole class that like, oh, she gives extra points to the black kids in the class
no way she said
because she
that, dude.
feels because she
What?
No
feels
way.
bad about slavery, and then everyone just kind of looked around and was like,
No, but no.
all
The thing is, you have,
What?
she's from South Africa though. It's like, and
yeah,
she's
so but then everyone was like, "This was very unexpected," because like
What?
Muhammad just asked a simple question, and then she just like went into a
That's
rabbit
such a
hole, and then
life
weird
lesson. Just a whole
thing.
fucking. I feel bad. I had slaves of my own.
What?
Something like that. Something like that. Something like that.
so it turned into
What
that, and
the
then
heck?
everyone just kind of looked around, but then
Oh
everyone
yeah.
started joking about it, just
No,
hey,
she had so much. She has so much.
I got
Like
extra points.
she is like favoring towards like the African American population. Like to like I think Maxwell. She was really nice to. She was really
Yeah,
nice.
but
Like
no one ever complained because it was just like
it was like
whatever.
lighthearted stuff. It's not really like
Yeah,
it's not. She's
like
not like
obviously no one's gonna complain like,
yeah.
hey yo, where's my points at? Like,
Yeah,
nah.
yeah, it's like 2-3 points, or like she's just like extra nice
Yeah.
for no. She's nice overall, so it's fine.
Yeah, Miss Cross was a very nice person,
Yeah.
Kinda
but
weird.
she was also very
She's strict in like the like in like
Yeah.
a grandmother way, where like you get annoyed
in a
by it.
grandmother way. It was very passive
Yeah,
aggressive.
you get annoyed by it, but like you
Yeah,
understand it a
annoyed.
little bit. Yeah, you understand it.
Hella annoyed.
Hella annoyed. She's like, oh well, I guess we're not gonna do this. I'm like, alright, well we're not. God damn it. But
Man, cheating in that class. Oh man, when we had the folders up,
I couldn't.
she used to use the folders.
I couldn't
Oh
cheat. I
man.
really couldn't cheat. I sat right next to her like little like
Oh.
desk station. He was like right on me. I was like, all right.
I felt bad for those people. I prayed for those people. I'm like, wow.
Thanks. Whatever. But yeah, Marlon, didn't you have a question that you wanted to ask us, if anything?
Question.
Like the does everybody deserve forgiveness or something like that?
Oh, that's what I asked.
Oh, you asked that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, what
Oh,
question
no,
am I
I
asking?
thought it was
Like,
Marlon that asked that. But yeah, let's go into that.
wait, what? Forgiveness? Oh,
Yeah.
So not.
man.
Do you think
Okay.
everybody deserves forgiveness?
Ask
Yeah.
this shit, huh?
Huh?
Ask it.
Ask him. Marlon.
Ask it,
Ask it.
Sam.
Ask it, Sam. Just give it to us.
All right, all
What the
right.
fuck is your stand on that?
Do
huh?
you believe that everyone deserves forgiveness?
Sam, I really fucking hate you right now, man. I don't know.
I can't forgive you.
I
for this,
forgive
Sam.
you. Don't.
Why we gotta go? I can't forgive you for
I
this,
can't
man.
forgive you for this, dude.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because this applies to a lot of context, you know?
Yeah, like, I mean, I'd always, I think about like how, for example, let's say like a person, right? They shoot up a school, right? They shoot up. I know.
We're
this is
going
gonna
there.
sound
We're
really
going there.
messed up.
Just
Yeah,
right
yeah.
off the bat,
But
dude. No warning.
like, say someone shoots up a school, right? They kill a whole bunch of kids, right? You really you feel like you can't forgive that person, right? But then, what if you consider the fact that they had like a mental illness, and that they just something happened, they went insane, and they just did that. You
Okay,
know?
okay.
No rational thought behind it,
Okay.
but they did it.
Oh
You
no,
know-
I
okay.
my stand on that is I just completely throw that out the window, and I'm just like, even if they have a mental illness or something, they're still a threat to society because
Okay.
they could still do something else. So I'm just like,
The thing is, like, are you a parent though? Like, if you can't really say
Yeah, yeah, of
unless
course,
you
yeah.
are a parent, because like you're like because we're outsiders. We're kind of like the third party thing here. We're not
Right.
we're not the victim or the actual murderer because
Mhm.
you know we never know for sure. But the thing is, like, if you were a parent and someone killed your kid, and then
You'd
their
go ballistic,
excuse is
yeah.
I'm mentally disabled. What kind of excuse is that? You killed my kid. Like, you know how like you know like kind of like you gotta look at it from the parent's point of view if you can.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't forgive them,
Like,
and
no
if you
matter
do,
what,
you would have to like.
be so.
But then,
take a lot of-
can you really blame them?
Well, it's not even blaming you. Like, you killed my kid. Like straight up. Like
It's not blaming. It's just like
Like-
some people literally just worry about what they're capable of doing if they're still let out.
yeah, right.
Mhm.
Like, you either lock them up or just like get rid of them. Is the
So
entire
then,
point.
is
if
that
if
fair
they're
though?
hiding behind like being mentally insane,
Uh-huh.
You can do
you're
anything.
saying
You can do
I
anything.
have a condition that made me kill people, so we're just gonna let you free.
Right.
No, they're
You
not gonna let you
see-
free. Of course, they're not gonna let you free.
But-
What I'm suggesting is that they they put you in an asylum and they work towards help rather than put you in
Oh,
jail
prison.
in solitude
The
confinement
thing is
or
though, like, I
solitary
feel like if you
confinement.
go to murder, that's like there's no point of crossing back, in my opinion. Especially with
Yeah,
the
I
mental
feel like
disorder, like, because
murder
you'd have to
is
think.
just a completely different
Yeah,
plane
you have
because
to
you're
really
taking
think
someone's
for a
life.
long time, or you have to really be on the other spectrum of insanity to really just kill a human life without any remorse.
So then, let's say they're on that spectrum of insanity. Do you think that it's fair to put them into solitary confinement when they weren't in control of their actions? They were just in a state of insanity. Do you
Well,
think that's
okay.
I
it's
think they
fair
would
to do
have to
that?
go try to get the help, and if they get the help, they still have to pay the time
The
because you
thing is,
still
like, I
committed
think
the
that
crime.
argument is where, okay, yeah, Marlon is correct. You have to pay the time regardless. But I think if they knew that they were dropping down that hole of insanity, I think they should have got help beforehand.
Well, what if you don't know? Because sometimes these things just
That's true.
happen.
You don't. Sometimes
Then
it
if
just
you
You
don't
you
know,
happens.
really
then do you
You
like
really
don't
know?
remember
realize
we
you're
talked
going down
about
that
this. You
rabbit
don't
hole.
really you don't really know you're going insane,
Right?
right?
Yeah, we have
Because
talked about
you're
this. Yeah.
in your mind, you're just these things happen,
Right.
right?
Right.
So you're not in
Yeah.
control of your actions.
It's like
But
people don't realize they're changing. You know.
right. And so the thing about putting them in jail as well, right? When you put someone in jail, you do it as a punishment, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do it
Yeah,
as a
that's a
way for
flawed
people
system.
to under
Yeah.
did you do it as a way for people to understand that what they did was wrong, right? Is it fair to do that to those type of people
Well,
when they don't have that concept in their
yeah.
mind?
Well, I think the concept of jail is really, I don't think it's really the purpose of punishing in terms of like they deserve it. I think it's more of like making us feel better, making the person that has.
Yeah,
I
I
really
think
think
the
it's
same
more of
way.
like a getting it back at you legally kind of thing. I don't really think it's for
Right.
the better of society because fucking, like, let's say I'm a
It
dad, right?
really doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't help. Like in that, and then it's really for making
You're
people
right.
feel better. Like let's say I'm a dad and someone kills my daughter, God forbid, right? I don't even believe in
Yeah.
God, but well, let's keep going with that. Like, and then there's like a murder, right? Like the dad would, if I'd probably like, oh, give me 5 minutes with this guy in a room, I'd probably knock the crap out of him. But we can't do
Yeah,
that
like
because
would you kill
society,
him? Like
because society doesn't allow that. So we have to put him in jail. But I probably would freaking do anything I can to that guy
yeah,
in the
because
next
you'd
five
be
minutes
angry.
because I'd be so pissed off. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
I
Because
think
I feel like
yeah,
they have to receive the same punishment because
yeah,
people that are on the effect of drugs or alcohol get the same punishment,
right.
and and sometimes they don't know what they're doing, or sometimes
No,
they're
at
just under
that
the
point that's a
influence.
choice though. Like
Yeah, you took a lot of
if
drugs.
you're
You
yeah
took a lot
you're
of.
going to a bar, you have to be conscious
Yeah,
of the
you
fact
know
that
that
you
you're
are
gonna
going to
get fucked
drink.
up, or you know you're gonna get something wrong with you. Like yeah.
Yeah. So at
That's
that point, that is a choice. While mental illness is not, you know.
I don't know, like
Yeah, but you're
mental. Well,
still like planning out a whole ass murder.
you can't like. I don't think like mentally disabled or not. Nobody goes and picks up like 40 guns and just shoots up an entire school. I don't think
Yeah, it
anybody
has
just does that
months
out
of
of nowhere. Yeah,
planning,
there is
like a whole
at
year of
least
planning.
yeah, like mentally. Even if you're mentally, you have to like plan for it mentally and physically. Like, cause like I don't think like even if you're a psychopath, you have to think out stuff. Like I really do think.
Because I've thought at some points, like for like shootings and stuff, I've always thought like, what if like at some point, let's say they're mentally like, disabled and everything.
Mhm.
What
Mm-hmm.
if at some point they realize what they're doing? Let's say they don't realize what they're doing like is wrong. They're just like
Right.
enraged and it's their mental illness getting in the way. They don't think it's wrong. Then what if they realize it's wrong like some days and something when it's like not as bad affecting their mind, and then but then they think, oh, I'm already this deep in, might as well just finish like what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean,
because
if
Yeah,
you
if,
feel
if if
might as
you
well
are
finish it.
trapped in that mental illness, you realize even if you stop now, the next day, if it's as worse as it was before, if it's affecting your head like that, you're just gonna keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally can't do
Maybe
anything.
it's like a comforting thing where like you just like this is the one way you know something that is yours, or like maybe like it's that one thing that you really care for, right? Whether it's like killing people or fucking whatever the hell morbid stuff that you can really come up with. But
It's so difficult because it's like you can't understand
yeah,
right,
the thought process
like
unless you're in
sometimes
that position.
yes,
unless you're in that position.
yeah.
So
That's why like
I
And
don't,
sometimes I
this,
feel
I don't
bad.
know.
I feel bad sometimes,
I
but
I do feel bad
like
sometimes
but
about it.
you can't feel bad for someone that kills 30 people, like literally. Like I
Yeah.
don't think you can feel bad at that point where they killed 30 people or like children. Like I don't know, you really can't feel bad for the person at that point because they it's so
you
bad.
can't even if they have a mental illness, even if they couldn't control
Like if
themselves
they
in
have
that
mental
state.
illness and they killed somebody, like I can't feel bad for you unless like Well, not actually, unless I don't want to like exclude or like excuse people, but I
No,
would
it's
feel
fine. Like,
bad.
just speak your opinion.
I would feel bad in the sense that they've really realized something that was wrong with them and they really regret it. Like in the like, if they've really regret it, like I don't think any school shooters that I've known so far regret anything. Some of them, most of them, are either suicides or they just didn't have any remorse. Like if they have really genuinely were a normal person before and they fell down that insanity hole, and they feel bad and all that, and they really ask for forgiveness, then I'd probably be like, okay, I don't forgive you, but I am sorry for you. Like I feel bad for you, but I wouldn't forgive them at all in any circumstance.
Right.
Because forgiving is almost the same as letting it go. It's in terms of like almost excusing it or almost disregarding the deaths of like whatever died.
I don't think more like it's not really acceptance either. I mean,
forgiving is just it's like you're kind of like looking past it. In my
you understand how it happened, and you're okay with that. You're
really
okay with that.
Yeah, but I just don't want to like forgive, or I don't want to ever forget the kids that died, or it's just.
I don't think forgiveness is really just. I mean, I do. Yeah. I know they say forgive and forget, but I don't like, especially in that scenario where you lose someone you love so dearly. I don't think you're really gonna forget them if you forgive. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Dang.
But again, yeah, we're going
pretty deep with this. Like we got real dark with it.
I mean, you want to keep because I also
I enjoy these kind of conversations. I'm not gonna lie,
yeah.
I enjoy it. Like no matter how morbid, it has to be said. It has to be spoken about.
I mean, I also think about like the cycle of hatred, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say you have a family member, they die, right? Someone kills your family member, right?
It's
you
like
get
Godfather.
mad.
Yeah, it's like the Godfather. All
yeah, yeah. Someone from your family kills their family, right? And that cycle of hatred continues, right? So there has to be some point where it breaks, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like that point comes with forgiveness.
Right,
At some point, you have to forgive them, but do you think if you were in that situation that you could forgive them? Like, say you had the power to punish the person who murdered your mother, murdered your wife.
I would forgive only if it's a clear sign that we're going to stop everything. Like, it's a very, very clear sign that nothing.
I mean, it's never. I think that's the thing. It's never a clear sign. In reality, you can't know for sure.
It's never a clear sign. It's always a risk, 50-50. If you forgive them, they'll backstab you right as you turn your back. But that's a really hard thing to do. I guess
you have to come to a point of heartbreak and desperation where you want them to stop, so you forgive.
Yeah, that's true.
You want them to stop, so you forgive.
Well,
but then, is it okay to just let that happen? Like, is it okay that they continue their lives? They continue living, perfectly fine with their own lives, while you're here suffering because you lost someone you loved?
It's not okay.
I mean,
but you don't want more bloodshed.
Right. I think that's the.
So then it's okay for them to live without any consequences, while you have to. So then how do you fix that?
If you don't want no more bloodshed, because so you're saying if I do like manage to punish them, someone in their family is gonna come after my family.
Right.
Yeah. So then at some point you don't want no more bloodshed.
Mm-hmm.
And you just like, you know what? Even though it's gonna pain me to see that person every day, or whenever I see them, I don't want more people to be lost, and I don't want my heart to feel more pain.
Is there
I already
an audio that's coming from my side that's annoying or no?
Leave it.
No, I think you're good. You're good.
I'm good.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's fine.
So yeah, you just don't want more bloodshed.
Yeah.
So you just leave it.
So you just leave it. Really?
Yeah, even though it hurts.
Holy crap, we're really.
I'm just letting you go. I'm playing devil's advocate always. I'm just to stimulate the conversation. I just because I'm.
Yeah. Yeah. What if I kill your mom?
Hey, yes.
What if I kill your mom? What are we gonna do? like.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
What are we gonna do? You gonna forgive me? Yeah.
That is true. Okay, yeah. Let's say that. Let's say we're in a position.
What about stuff beans down your mouth? Huh?
I kill your mom.
Hey, that's fucked up, man. That's not nice.
I know. This is like very.
yeah. I was just joking.
But I kill a loved one of yours, right?
I would have given you full permission, dude. No, but yeah, go on.
No, but yeah. Let's say I'm put in a position where I kill your mom, but she did something.
To say, dude.
I know.
You put me in a position to kill your mom, dude. Like that last thing, it's so aggressive. I'm gonna kill your mom, dude. But like that's so aggressive. But yeah, go on. Sorry, I keep
but she did something to me, right? What would you do?
What'd she do to you, huh?
She did something terrible.
Okay,
She
yeah.
freaking
What would I do after you kill my mom?
killed my dog.
Right. After you kill my mom, after
Yeah.
you killed your dog, what do I do?
Wait,
What do you
She
do?
killed the dog, so
You know
you
what
kill
I
my
do?
mom.
Yeah,
Alright. Some John Wick shit right there.
exactly.
What would I do in that situation?
What would you do?
If we're friends,
And let's say like,
right now,
yeah,
like,
like,
we're
we're
just
friends. Yeah, like we're friends.
I first ask you why.
Oh,
would you
and
do
you
that?
killed her because she killed the dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like kind of
Okay, let's
that's
say
like,
a loved one.
yeah. Let's
a
say
loved
like you
one.
like let's
Oh,
say
okay, because I was gonna say I would have to John Wick you if
No,
you
no,
killed
yeah,
like my mom over a dog.
No, yeah. That was a little ridiculous. Dude. Yo, I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm
that's a
just-
dog, man. You kill my
I
whole
know. I
fucking
was doing
mother,
it for
dude.
the John Wick.
He killed my whole mother, bro.
Like, no. I think. Okay, let's just say my mother killed your mother, and you killed my mother after that. All right, like freaking.
Yeah.
You don't got no mother anymore.
Right.
First, I would come up to you and ask you why did you do that, but I'd be like, oh, I understand my mother killed your mother, and then I'd probably have a long, drawn out talk with you where we kind of like look at each other in like an equal light and kind of attempt to forgiving because like we're friends and I'd probably attempt to forgive. If it was a stranger, I would still talk to them, especially if we can come to a term where we can have a civil conversation. But I would still talk to them regardless. See if we can because I don't really want violence. Like that's like the last resort for everybody, right? So
I would have to have you go to prison because you
Yeah.
let your
anger
anger get
jump in the
over
ring.
you.
Yo,
You know?
jump in the ring real quick. Dude. Would you
You let your anger get over you, you know?
yeah. I wouldn't know. Right now, I'm speaking very, very calmly and logically.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. We're all in a position where we've never experienced this type of stuff, right? So we're obviously talking from an
This is all
outside
speculation.
perspective.
Yeah, this is all speculation. It's just some fun, morbid
Stock market speculation.
Yeah, I speculate that.
And what about like, I don't know. What do you think about people who like kill others for what they believe in? What?
Right?
Like for what they believe in, right? Like they believe that killing these people will
Awesome.
benefit
Oh, like
humanity.
some fucking genocide stuff. Like
Yeah.
for the better of the humanity. Like
Right.
Like the worst case. I don't want to say Jews and Nazis, but
So Auschwitz?
dude.
But that wasn't for the betterment of humanity, of course. That was
Yeah, this is just I don't want to talk about Jews. Auschwitz.
No. I don't believe in any of that. But I'm just like that concept.
You don't believe in the Holocaust? Wait, what?
No, I believe in it.
It
And
wasn't real.
I'm just saying
Government
like
made it
that.
up.
Like I don't believe in the concept of genocide doing anything good. I'm just like throwing that concept out there, like just trying to connect you. You mean like kind of like that, like where
What
people
about killing all Nazis though?
Oh, see that's
Ooh,
like
that
that's like the reverse racism kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where, like, is it better?
Would
if
you
I,
kill all the
like,
Nazis?
Is that better? Is that really better? We're doing the same thing they're doing, but we're just thinking it's a good thing because it's on our side. Like it's really like
I mean, what good would it do? Honestly,
it wouldn't do any good because they're just breeding more hatred. Because there's gonna be more Nazis that pop out of nowhere and be like, "Oh, you killed my father," or like, "You killed my mother
Yeah.
again," or I don't know, like something like,
You killed my dog.
a dog. He was a Nazi. He was a sweet Nazi. Like, no, there's no such thing as that. But I think the best way to resolve this is to have a pancake and swallow a whole hot dog full. I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh, so again, I know I'm gonna keep talking about this morbid, conversation, but
That's okay.
so
that's
I was reading a comic book, right? Avengers comic book,
I was reading Murder.
And-
okay. What a loser.
and
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
and so there's this thing called incursions, right? Where two Earths are about to collide, right? Now,
Of course,
if both Earths collide,
Happens
both
every 10 years.
universes die.
Wait, hold on. How does that work? Is it like the same people? Like, are they like a parallel universe that where there's a
Yes, parallel universe
Another-
thing, infinite timelines. Yeah.
Is
You don't remember
So-
the last incursion, dude? The
Bro.
fuck? It was like last week.
Bro, hold on.
But yeah,
What?
so let's say that if both Earths collide, both universes die. However, in order to save one, you'd have to kill an entire Earth.
Sacrifice. Okay, we're bringing.
Would
that
you
up,
do
right?
it? Right.
I feel like if the other side would do it, I'd do it too. There's no way
Survival
that I would
of the fittest.
sacrifice. Yeah, there's no way I would sacrifice myself for another person that's the exact same as me, because that's just selfish nature of people.
I feel like you gotta have a victory royale at that
Yeah.
point.
Jump down from
Okay.
blips and just fucking start going
But-
at it, dude.
Think about it like this: you're basically committing genocide. You are responsible for the death
But
of
okay,
billions
in
of
that
people.
situation, you're committing genocide to protect another entire population. It's I don't.
But is that justified?
I think it
is-
is.
is
I
it-
think it
it's-
is. Because why would you sacrifice yourself for them when they would do the same thing to you? They
No,
would have
but you don't know what they're capable of. Let's say you don't know what they're capable of.
What do you mean? Like they would sacrifice themselves if they
You don't know. Like, you don't know if they're going to kill you.
I
You
do
don't
it
know if they would.
to protect. If I had okay, we're teenagers still, so we don't have that.
No one's gonna give up their whole
Yeah,
race.
we're teenagers still, so we don't have that capacity. But if I had a family, I'd do anything to keep them alive. Anything. Like maybe I don't have that sort of like connection right now.
I wouldn't kill a dog.
You'd be the one to pull the trigger. You'd be the one to be like, all right, I'm killing 8 billion other people.
Listen, the Earth is already overpopulated. Right? We don't need 8 billion more. No, but on a serious side, I'd do it. To protect my own kids and my own, whatever wife thing.
You know, there'd be people trying to just have the two Earths co-live.
The thing is, though,
I mean, that's not possible. Yeah.
we already have conflicting ideas, and like we don't need more conflicting ideas, or like
We don't need two Sams talking about morbidity.
we don't need two Sams talking about freaking. I don't know.
More
The
death.
incursion.
Yeah, we don't need more.
You don't remember the last one, bro?
Oh,
That Victory
man,
Royale.
dude. Last two was amazing, man. Saw myself in the mirror, and then it wasn't a mirror. It was a pane glass, a glass pane.
Imagine it was the other one. Just, oh shit! And then fight to the death at that very moment.
All right, I have a question. Would you have sex with yourself, dude?
No.
Oh, man. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, dude.
I thought there was more to it. You know?
Yeah, I was about to say no. Next question.
Next question. How much would you suck a dick for, dude? How much money would you? What's the lowest amount? I ask everybody
Lowest?
this. Yeah, I ask everybody this, but what's the lowest amount? You would do it for?
Because you don't have to give a good suck, right? It's just like.
It's finished, and then you leave, dude. So if you're really good,
Wait, you have to
finish it.
stay until they're finished?
You gotta be a good suck, right?
Listen. If you're really good at it,
man.
here's a little thing. If you're really good at it, you finish in a minute. If you're really bad at it, you finish in like 10 minutes. Yo, you want to suck your dick right now, dude? Come on, man. Come over here.
Dude, but like, what if you use like your mouth? Like, what if you like bite it off or something?
Bro, you're not getting that. You're not getting money if you bite it off, dude. Let's just do it until finish. If you do it really fast and really good, you're out of there. You get the money, you're out of there. But if you're really bad, it's all up to effort. If you want to do it faster, it's up to you. But the money stays the same, dude.
Shoot, man. I honestly think I would never do it for anyone.
Never do it.
Like, not even if to save someone's life, maybe.
Nah, I
But
can't.
Marlon, you'd never
for
do it for
money?
any amount.
For
any
money?
Amount, yeah, any amount of money you want.
It just fucked me up mentally too much.
Yeah, like I'd be like, God damn,
Think
I
about it,
have
though. Think about
trillions
it.
of
Porn
dollars.
stars do it
but
for like sometimes very low amount. Sometimes.
Yeah, but
that's them.
they do it without mentally scarring themselves.
Bro, what about those porn stars that are like those rumors about like street porn stars doing gay porn for the money because it's a little bit extra pay?
Yeah, well, they're doing that decision. You know?
Oh, dude.
That's their prerogative.
Damn,
but
you guys
like,
are really putting me in a situation because I'd probably do it.
because you're like,
I'd probably
I would do it for like $2.
I'd probably do it for like a chopped cheese in Arizona. I'm kidding. No, I'd probably do it for let's say $1 million. If someone had a briefcase of $1 million right there, and he
$1 million,
and he whips his dick out right, I'd do it right. I'd do it right there.
Really?
Right then and there.
Wow.
Right then and there, dude.
$1 million.
If someone pulled up to me,
it's not like you do. Like even in this economy, bro, taxes and everything, bro.
No,
$1 million isn't
cash,
really
though. It's
high.
cash, man. It's straight briefcase full of cash, dude.
Like, what can you even do with $1 million?
Pay off your debt, student debt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. You'd live. Okay, it's like a boost in life, dude. You really don't have to worry about anything for the good. For college, you don't have to worry about anything. For like the first 5-10 years of your life, you're set, and you can use that.
But that's
money,
just 5-10 years.
You can use that money to invest, and or it can be an investment, or it can be a smooth sailing into regular life, where other people
I
wouldn't
feel
get
like
that.
you would
same
have to use it
advantage.
as a smooth sailing into regular life.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to do it, huh? Because you're sucking dick.
Yeah.
Because like money is just like
Mentally
money is
scarred me
an
too much.
object. It's just.
But
like,
money can. I don't believe in the argument that money can't buy happiness. I think it can.
Okay, it definitely can, of course.
I think it can. Well, it doesn't buy the literal form of happiness. I think it can help. With
But it can
attaining
bring you
Yeah,
happiness.
I think it can help attaining it. But
That's why you
$1
go on
million,
vacation.
listen,
You
dude,
need money.
$1 million.
It's like retail therapy, you know.
like I'm not. Am I dirty for this? Like I'd take it for $1 million, dude. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I think you got a little. You're a little.
Maybe
screwed
my
with that,
values are
honestly.
just a little bit different. Maybe I'm just more willing to do.
I think
something.
you need to go for a little more than $1 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's
All
fine.
right.
Like
maybe 2 million. Maybe 2 million, dude. I don't know.
maybe 2 million. 2 million. You just
Two.
increased it by $1 million.
Two.
That's double, man. Come on, you can't be too greedy over here, dude. You
That's
can't
like
do.
going from the iPhone 3 to the iPhone 4.
What are
Like
you
what?
talking
It's not an
about?
upgrade, bro.
Oh
It's
my,
not.
$2 million? Are you
In
serious?
this day and age, man.
Yeah,
What's a
like
good price, huh? You name you a 10 million, 15 million, 50
bit
million?
Bro,
billion, bro. At
with
least
one
a billion.
million, what are you gonna do? Like buy a
Ask
small
your parents
house
if
in
they ask your
Queens?
parents. Would you like $1 million? How impactful would $1 million be for them right now, dude? Ask them. Just ask them that.
But then,
Dude.
what are you gonna do with that money?
You know how much rent you can live
Like
off.
okay, yeah, like 3-4 years. Maybe.
You don't have to pay
We're
rent
talking
anymore.
about 3 to 4 years.
No. Well, let's say like that $1 million is only used for like groceries and stuff. You don't have
Yeah,
to.
groceries, household, utilities.
Think about it, you don't have to. Okay, you're in a very comfortable position with the million if you have another $1 million in your bank account for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like
Of course, but I'm just saying for the long run. Like, is it really gonna
you can
sustain
invest
you
with
for a
it. You
long
can invest
time?
with that money, dude. You can invest that money.
But like, is that gonna really work out? Is that gonna pan out?
That's a
'Cause you don't
big
know
thing. You're saying
stocks.
like you're gonna invest like if you're automatically gonna exponentially increase your profit.
Yeah, like I just say like a larger amount of money. Just say like $1 billion.
I can just say $1 billion, but who's gonna really make me suck a dick for $1 billion, dude?
This is actually his ad right now. He's
Who
actually
has $1 billion to give me so I can suck the dick? Now? Please, I need. So whoever has $1 billion, 500 million, I'd suck your dick right now, dude. Please call me. Give me a call, dude.
He'd do it for $1 million,
I'd do it
bro.
for $1 million.
He'd do it for a chopped cheese in Arizona.
I'd probably
bro.
do it for chops. Give me a little ketchup. I'll do it for 5 cents extra, dude. Come on, man. Like, no, but the thing is, my price isn't that high because that money is helpful as hell, dude. It's helpful.
I'm not saying yeah. We're not saying it's not. I'm just
Listen,
saying
when I
in
do
the
get the
in
money,
the long term.
when I do get that $1 million, I will buy you all dinner, and you guys will taste what dick money feels like. All right? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'd do it for. I mean,
Oh man, I would. I don't think I'd do it for any sum
yeah,
sum
that's
of
fair,
money.
That's fair. Let's move on. We were stuck on that dick question for too long.
Yeah, for a bit too long. If you're,
Let's
what I'm
see.
saying.
What do we have?
I mean, okay, so
Yeah, what do you have?
I wanted to ask this: would you rather go back to age 5 with everything you know now, or would you know now everything your future self will learn? You get the question?
Wait,
Yeah.
ask again.
So basically, would you go back in time to when you were age 5 with all the knowledge
5
you
years
have
old.
now, right? Like all the memories that you have,
Yeah.
would you go back
So you would know
to
everything.
age 5?
Let's say you go back in time. You're 5 years old and you know everything. That's gonna happen in the
Yeah.
next 13 years.
Yeah. Or would you rather know all the stuff that's gonna happen to you in the future?
So you know who's gonna marry you, who you're gonna marry, who you're gonna freaking die
Yeah.
with, how you're gonna die, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Wait. So you don't turn 5, but you know the future,
No,
or
No,
like,
you do
okay.
turn 5.
There's two options. There's one option where you go back in time to when you're 5 years old, right? With everything that you have when you're up till now. So like,
yeah,
you know that you go to this high school, you know that you're gonna go to this college
yeah,
or whatever the
all
hell.
that.
Or you know who you're gonna date and all that stuff. Or you can change it based off your. Well, we'll get into that. But there's another option where you have this current age still, right? But you have all the
Yeah.
information from the future. So like you know who you're gonna marry, you know who you're gonna do, you know what job
Yeah.
you're gonna get, you know how you're gonna
You're
live your
this
life.
age still.
Yeah. Just like everything you know, like you're gonna
Yes.
know, just transfers into your current self.
Yes.
It's like
What would you do,
Pill,
Marlon?
You know, what would you do?
Oh, so
One is
so you're saying you're gonna live out those times, but then you go back and you know the future.
no. Well, let's say like you know what you're gonna do. Yeah, basically you know what you're gonna do for
Okay.
the next 50 years. Like pretty
Yeah.
much exactly. Well, not exactly, but like you're gonna know what you're gonna do. Like that's like for the next 50 years. Like,
Oh,
let's say
okay.
you can look into
But
the
you're
future
the
for the rest
same
of your
age.
life.
You're not, your age isn't changing.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
just
your
18.
age is-
You just know the
No.
future.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll continually age. It's just you'll relive it again. The future, you'll relive the future again. But
Yeah.
you can change it. Knowing
Okay.
that you
Yeah.
have the knowledge.
So yeah, what would you do?
Okay.
What would you do?
Yeah, what would you do? What would you do? Which one?
Mm-hmm.
One or two, huh?
What would you do?
Red pill or blue
How
pill?
what would you do, Edison? Let Marlon think. about it.
Yeah. I feel like he's
I personally wouldn't fucks with anything time based, but
I'd probably do
if I have to pick one, shit.
I'd probably pick the future because my past I don't really regret
Future.
anything because
Yeah, I'd have to pick the future.
like the thing is like whoa freaking you're 5 years old and you're among like
Happy with
babies
how
you're gonna go
things
crazy dude like I'm sorry but you're gonna go crazy first off and you gotta
Yeah,
kind of
that's
pretend
true.
you're stupid you
Yeah.
can't pretend
Yeah, of
like
course,
you
of
don't
course,
know
of
that
course.
girl you gotta pretend that you don't know anybody first and you gotta pretend that you never formed those connections with your friends first. You can't just come up with like let's say like first day of school I come to you like hey Sam I haven't
Yeah.
met you in like literally 13 years and he's like what the fuck is all this stupid creep dude? Like you can't do that.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
gotta naturally form those connections with people and that's why I'd rather have
Right.
the future so that I have the
But,
choice
like,
of choosing whether I wanna like, because like it's the future. I would, I would. I don't know. See, that really fucks with.
but like,
Like Marlon
thing
does
is,
have a point where I don't really want to fuck with time stuff.
so the thing is like, if you go back in the past, right, you can also fix like
Mistakes.
mistakes, but also like
But you don't know how
your
things
habits.
turn out.
But I don't have that.
No, what I'm saying is like, for example, like if I could go back in time, right, to age 5, I definitely tell myself to study more and to like actually focus.
Who wouldn't do
But
that?
what if studying more results in you becoming homeless?
What if
Well, you
studying
don't know
more?
that. Well,
Yeah, you don't.
You
again, like
don't know
that's
that. That's the problem.
we're talking about the butterfly effect, right?
Yeah,
And you can take that to its logical extreme, but I don't think if you study more, you're gonna become more homeless.
But you studying
That's a
more
pretty
could result
extreme.
in you not giving more time to something else. That results into some like
depressive.
fucking
Yeah, maybe
tragic shit.
you go into
That's true,
depression or
yeah.
like whatever.
That is true, but I feel like that's like the extreme. Like,
Yeah,
I
that
don't
is
know
the
anyone
very
who
like the very.
studied to the point where I mean, unless you're like in Japan, study till you kill yourself.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
that's
But you do
that.
know a lot of people that study now, like even in our school, that give a lot of time to studying, have a lot of fucked up shit in their head.
Oh yeah,
I
for
think
sure, yeah.
yeah. When you study too much and you don't really take the time to enjoy life, enjoy the little small things, and you really just care about intelligence or success.
hmm
I've been down that already. I've
Yeah,
been
and
down that
I'm
hole.
not saying like
But
you
yeah,
have
I
to
don't think
study
Sam is taking
constant.
it to that extreme. I think
Like
he's
I'm
just
saying
like
like just to stop
yeah. I
procrastinating.
think
Like I
I think yeah.
procrastinate like crazy.
Yeah. I think Sam
And if I
meant
could,
yeah
But I feel like that becomes a personality trait. I feel like that leads to like
different things changing.
someone becoming more chill, relaxed,
Hmm.
something like that.
I think yeah, that's true.
Throwing
I think
caution
Sam
into
just
the
really
wind.
wanted to be like maybe I can just maybe that one time or maybe like a couple of times I could just not lay in bed. Maybe I think he really just wanted to think
yeah,
about that. Maybe I can just
because
do that
like
homework a little
it's
early.
just it pisses me off that I procrastinate
Right,
so
right.
much, and it's
And you
so
have yourself to
bad.
blame for that, like everybody else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like and
And
I've
he just
done
wants
that
to
for
fix that.
so
It's just the small stuff. He's not really making any like impact. He's not like oh if I went back
yeah,
I
and
would.
it's not like
But the small stuff leads to more shit. That's what
Right,
I'm
but like
saying.
how much
yeah.
big stuff like
Again, we're not
what can
saying like
finishing your homework 5 minutes earlier gonna do for
right,
you
exactly.
other than a
That's
little
the
piece
reason
of
why
weight.
it's called the butterfly effect.
Right, but like you're thinking in the most negative
Because
way.
yeah, you're thinking about the extreme, right? You're thinking
And you're
that
thinking
like
in a
if a
negative way.
butterfly flaps
Yeah.
its wing, it's gonna create a tornado in like 2 years.
Yeah, but the thing is, so let's say you do that 5 minute thing, but then like let's say it doesn't nothing happens from that, right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
At some point, you're just living your normal life.
Right.
You're just
But it's a little
at some
better.
point
But you're
It's a
fixing
little
you're
things
better.
just
It's
yourself.
just a
because
little
you're
better. Though.
fixing things.
The
You're
thing is,
fixing
at some
yourself.
point, you're yourself, and you know your own personality. At some
Mhm.
point, you're just gonna be like, man, it's chilling, and you're gonna procrastinate again because you're chilling. It's your life. It's not like oh, you're in revision mode and like you're correcting something from an outsider view. You're still you.
Well, yeah. But
So
well, you
That's
know
true.
what's gonna happen, so you like at least I personally would have the drive, the initiative to fix that because I
Yeah,
know
because you know
that.
what's gonna happen if you didn't fix it or something like that.
Right.
I think you would have that sort of incentive,
Incentive. Yeah, incentive. Yeah.
incentive to say, oh, if
Fix
I
it.
just
so then, what's your goal
the goal is just
with
to have
that?
a slightly better life, not to dramatically increase to where you're. We're not saying, oh, now I'm gonna start going to the gym 6 times a day, like, because that's way too dramatic to really
Yeah.
impart. Like that comes within time, I think.
But I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is, so you're gonna go back in time, knowing all that, and going
Mhm.
through everything from being 5 years old, and then like trying to process all that information from a young age.
well, I think
So
Yeah,
it's
you're
because
gonna
just
go
you still
from,
have your
let's
mind.
just
so
say
you're
That
your
gonna go
brain,
back.
your brain
Okay,
is the
so you're
same,
gonna go back in time for
and
that,
your body's
and
different.
not know the future, just to fix up a few
No,
procrastination
I
times.
honestly said that just to like play devil's advocate because I'd personally choose the future.
Yeah, I would choose
But
the
I'm
future too. But let's like
but
we
like
want to have a healthy.
because also like
Yeah.
because even then like because if I look into the future, then I won't be able to experience like those type of experiences,
There's no
and I
surprises
might
for
not
you anymore.
change. And I might not change as a person, right? Like for example, like I used
Yeah.
to lose things constantly
I
as a
still do. What
child,
the hell,
right?
dude?
But it's because I lost. It's because I lost so many things that I ended up becoming like someone who's really attentive
I
to
lost
what
my
I have on
umbrella.
me.
My $40 umbrella. Dude, I used to lose
Yeah.
pencils like crazy, and I still.
Yo, I
Because
used
the
to
thing
lose
is,
my
what
phone,
you
my
don't realize
wallet.
is
I
like,
used to
if you go back,
hmm
you're gonna be too concentrated on trying to live your life a certain way.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Me,
Like,
no, I wouldn't.
no, but
I
what did
just
you think?
No,
because
Like,
because you're
you
trying to
know
end up,
everything's gonna
you're
happen.
either trying to end up the same way you are, or you're trying to fix something. You're always giving that attention. That's gonna affect you some way.
yeah, you're like, oh, I could have done that. I can. This is my chance to fix this. This is my chance to fix that. And like that would, it would.
Or
I think
sometimes
it
you're
would
just trying to live your life how you did before. You're just like, oh wait, I can't do this. I'm trying to do it
Yeah,
because in the other life I did this, or like in the future I did that,
that should be an
and I
anime.
turned
This
out
should
like
be an
this.
anime. This should really be an anime. Dude.
I mean,
Holy
but
crap.
you know all the memories, right? So you know everything that's gonna happen.
Yeah, but
Right,
that's
so you-
memories. But now you're changing time.
Yeah, now you're changing time.
Yeah.
I think. Yo, man, listen, dude. Why would we just take
Wait,
the
It
would,
gets
would your
complicated,
memories morph, change to what you're doing?
Let's assume they don't. Let's assume that you keep all your
Yeah, then
memories.
that.
Let's
At
say
some
you
point, your
keep.
memories are useless because at one point something's
Yeah,
gonna
you're gonna
happen that you
change-
don't remember,
yeah,
and then
you
you're just
might-
like,
Yeah, it's
wait,
gonna change
so
that timeline,
much.
and that the events that will happen wouldn't happen anymore. Like, wouldn't happen anymore.
But think about it. Like you can honestly just relive your day, right? You can just relive them, so that they don't change a lot,
I don't.
but fix certain things.
I don't think getting rejected twice is a good. By the same person again, with the same words.
But listen,
I don't know.
but think about it. If you would avoid that because you know you're gonna get rejected. So you'd be like, all right, I won't do that.
But then the thing, well, we can take that a step back and be like, oh, now I can talk to this girl a little bit more. I can get to know her a bit instead, and then
Yeah.
you can form a little connection. But the thing is, I like that. Would life be fun anymore like that? Because you know what's gonna happen, and there's no more
Wouldn't-
surprises.
wouldn't be-
Right. So then, I mean, if you want, you could just change everything. Like if you have like a lot of regrets,
caution it to win. Be like, man, fuck it.
yeah. Like if
Fuck
I
it, yo,
ma-
fuck it.
I would change my high
Before
school.
I was a pussy. Now I'm just gonna fucking talk to every girl. I'm gonna
Oh,
fucking be
fuck.
charismatic as hell. Just
Yeah. Like I used to be super shy and stuff, but now I mean I'm still shy and awkward.
And I
but-
rub my thigh in school
Yeah.
with no care about anything. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so now with the knowledge that I have now, I'd just be whatever.
start doing
I'd be
crack at 8.
confident.
Yeah, there's that like regret thing where like, oh, I'm so
Because
terrible.
like I could change my high school. Like you could change.
Yeah.
Like you could live an entirely new life.
I think
that's
but
true.
The thing is,
Living
I think the
entirely
beauty,
new life is pretty interesting.
I think the beauty of life is to like change though, like change naturally. Like let's say I think it's better to do something bad first and then learn from it instead of just being good always. Because you know what I'm saying? Like if you're correct all the time,
No, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
and then the one time you're not correct, that would probably fuck you up like in a really bad.
But like
way.
let's say you just make like a huge
Start
decision. Like like let's say you like change high school.
Mhm.
Like you want to go to a different high school. You change like 4 years of your life completely. Would you not want to do that?
But then again, here's the thing though. You mess out on every single memory that you had with your friends in that high school in the
Well,
previous
you don't.
life.
Well, yeah, you experienced them already. Like you have those memories to fall back on.
So like,
But they don't
that
know
would
you
never.
anymore.
You would never be able to see them again. You would never be able to see the friends that you made
Right.
in high school again. Never ever.
But like, do you see your like?
But I
I'm
want-
pretty
It's pretty
sure.
fucking
the thing is, like, I
Ten-
want to have a long-term relationship with you guys, like no homo, but like, I really do want to keep
Shit,
this
that,
thing.
that kind of. I didn't think of that.
I really
Yeah.
do
'Cause
really
you
want to
know
keep.
that these people, you have a connection to these people,
Yeah.
but then if you go to see them, they'll be like, "Who the fuck are you?" Huh?
Yeah.
That one would fuck you up. I really want. I do want to have a connection with all of you for down the road. Like no matter what happens, I really just want to
Yeah,
like have you
but
guys
like,
as long-term friends. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
I wouldn't get
at least with a lot of our friends in school, at least, or at least with some of them,
Yeah, let's just talk
we're
about
gonna like get lost,
it. Right,
and
we're
I
gonna
feel
get
like
lost, right.
we can definitely have those memories, right?
Right.
But I don't need to like. I can still have those like fun times.
Yeah. You can. Yeah.
But
that
we
thing's
don't
a-
need to know each other.
Like we're it's
So-
fun memories. We can just it was back then. It's fun, and we can just move on. Is that-
Right. Because that's what real life is gonna be like. Like
Mhm.
we're gonna get to the point where we're not gonna always talk day to day. We might
Yeah,
get
no.
to the point where we're not gonna have a podcast every Friday.
Yeah, you're right.
True,
you're
true.
right, Yeah. Maybe
So
we'll
then-
just- yeah, it'll, and inevitably I just have no time or whatever.
Yeah.
They're thinking about starting a new life, right?
hmm
Like, let's say go to a different high school. Do you guys believe in? I'm gonna connect it back, but do you guys believe in
I know where you're going. I know where you're
everyone having a soulmate?
going. Yeah. I think you're gonna like reconnect it back to like a similar thing where you're like,
Like,
are you gonna
what do you mean
meet
a
this- are you
soulmate?
gonna-
Like,
let's say like no matter what happens, you're still gonna go with this girl because she just matches with you. Like she just
Because I'm saying, like,
like
let's say you decide to move to Louisiana, right?
yeah,
Right.
Alabama. No,
You're gonna end up. You're gonna end up
With your
with the
sister.
girl you like, and you're gonna end up getting married, and you're gonna end up having family.
What if it's your
Then if
sister?
you also decide to stay in New York, you're gonna find a different girl,
Yeah.
and you're gonna end up living your life.
I don't believe in
Yeah.
soulmates. I don't believe in soulmates. I don't believe in that.
Because
No.
when people say soulmates, I'm just like, but what if you grew up in a different
Yeah.
state?
What if
Yeah.
you grew up in freaking another country? What if you grew up in freaking Africa, dude?
Yeah,
I feel like
you
what
would
they
end
mean
up
is
with
like
someone different, and you
I
would
feel
still
like
love.
yeah, I feel like but what they mean is that is like the perfect person, right, for them.
I
Right?
think it's just luck. Like you met the right person
Yeah,
at the
it's
right
luck,
time.
but like when you meet that person, like even if you met them like by coincidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
That person is just you're so in tune with that person that they make your life
But
complete.
do
They
you
are your
know that?
soulmate.
The thing is, like, do you know that there aren't? How do you know that there aren't other people that are exactly the same as her, the exact same, like on the same tune, on the same wavelength? How would you know that? You wouldn't know that
That's true. You don't know,
you're not
yeah.
in that same.
You don't know.
Because you don't know if someone in freaking Malaysia or freaking Japan are in the exact same wavelength as you, except you didn't have the chance to see for yourself because you're not in that country.
I mean, this brings up the interesting question of like, is everyone an individual? Right?
Huh.
Are people just like are we just like can you really like compare me with someone else from a different country and we'd be have the same personality?
I think there's a uniqueness to everybody at a certain time and place that
So would that not make someone a soulmate then?
I think a soulmate, the concept of a soulmate, in my opinion, or like for what I've known, and I could be wrong,
Mhm.
but it's more of a predetermined thing, which I don't think is true.
Oh yeah, I don't think that. I don't think there's
I
like
don't think it's predetermined. I think it's a right time, a right thing.
yeah.
So like that's why I don't really think soulmates are a thing. I think it's more of, oh, you meet this girl and she's, it could be like whatever. It could be like a coincidence, or it could be from the past, or it could be whatever, and all of a sudden you guys reconnect again.
Yeah.
Or oh, hey, calm
Yeah,
down.
continue.
You can like,
Hmm.
shh. But, it could be like anything. It could be like any of that, and like, let's say you guys just match up for some reason, or like you guys just have some sort of like connection, right? And I think it's more like luck, and it's more of like, with luck comes like being prepared, or like having that sort of. I don't
Okay,
know. Yeah,
so-
you please take it
so
over.
then-
I really just.
So
I
I'm
dug
a-
myself in a hole there.
Because there's also right person, wrong time.
Yeah. Oh,
right, of course. God damn, I don't even want to talk about that. But yeah, like what I'm let's set the definition of soulmate to be like someone who's perfect for you, right?
Perfecto.
Some like you are so in sync with, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
Do you think that there exists a person out there like that?
Yeah, you saying it's you, man. It's
Oh
you.
wait, so you're saying there's a person that you could end up spending your life with, and it would make your life the best it could be
Yes,
with that
yeah.
person.
Best it can
Yeah.
be,
But
dude.
that might not be the person you end up spending your life with.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I have a feeling. Yeah, that's a really fucking nice, like kind of concept thing. Would you up?
Right. Like that would be
I-
amazing.
I do think there's that. Since everyone's like in a way a bit different than each other.
Hmm.
You know, there's
Yeah.
there's gonna be a person that if you ended up spending your time with, that you would end up liking them more than
I think
another
it's.
person.
Can we put that concept into like a percentage thing? Like, let's say there's a person out there that is 100% gonna make your life like to the best possibly that best that it could possibly be, right? Whether
Mhm.
it's like in terms of like humor and interests and all that stuff. But I think even if you're with a person that isn't 100% in tune with you, I think it's fine, because I think it's
Oh, yeah.
those moments that make it better, in my opinion. Like, I'm not saying I like
Yeah.
arguing. I'm not saying I like having having a really really terrible partner or anything. But I'm just saying, like, if you do find a partner like that, it's like it's not the end of the world, and I think you guys can really bond over that kind of stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
I
well,
think
it's-
that you could end up like. I think it really depends on.
Mhm.
I feel like even though they're perfectly synced up for you, right?
Hmm.
I feel like perfect isn't what you need.
Hmm.
I feel like if you have perfect, it's gonna end up falling out.
yeah.
Because every good relationship
Has arguments.
needs its
Yeah, it has
its
needs
bumpy
yeah,
roads.
bumpy
Right.
roads.
Of course. Yeah.
That's where you build off of.
That's where you
and
get a
you,
that's
you
where
get
strong.
closer.
Yeah,
Hmm.
there needs to be a little stress to make that.
So if you're perfect for each other, there's not gonna be the stress, and you're gonna just be like, at some point you're gonna question why.
I think it's that
Am
like,
I
moment
here
of
with this
fakeness.
person?
Like I think it's like you guys are always going to be happy to each other, always going to be doing this and that with each other, and
One of you is just gonna question it.
I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Why is it so perfect? Why is it this or that, and like, am I
And
really
you're
being
just gonna end up
myself?
not
Can I
liking it.
can I be myself around this person? Like sometimes, let's say you have a bad temper and you don't want to show it to the person, so you're always happy and like, oh shit. And I think that builds up stress, which is not that good in a relationship, and it
Yeah.
always eventually blows up, in my opinion. So, I think it's a good thing that people argue, and it's a good thing that people communicate their problems with each
Yeah.
other. I don't think.
I honestly feel like. Oh yeah, continue.
No, yeah. I was pretty much finished. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say that I feel like when you argue with someone, it means that you care, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like if I like, because I'll be talking
Start
to
slapping a
someone,
bit.
Slapping over
I'll be
you.
talking to
Punching.
a person,
I care about you.
and they'll say something stupid, and and they'll say something stupid, but I won't say anything back. I'll just be like, okay, whatever. But when I'm with someone like I actually care, I'll be like, what are you saying? Like,
What are you
it's
saying,
crazy.
Sam? Oh, come on, man. I care about you.
Yeah, and then but that shows like
You gonna
I'm.
kill my mom over a dog?
Come on, man. I cared about her. I cared about all.
It was one time, man. It was one time.
Oh man, we're gonna make that's
But
a
yeah.
running joke from now, dude.
That's gonna be a meme, bro. It's gonna be a meme. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like arguing it just means it shows like that you care about the
Okay,
person.
my parents always said, if you were arguing with someone, and it's like, let's say like my mom was like, if I had anybody that I would want to argue with in the entire world, it would be my dad. Like that's the thing. That's the thing. Like you guys love each other so much that if you were to do this with anybody else, it would be terrible. Like you would.
Yeah.
Not like that where you enjoy arguing. It's like, if this was like, let's say a negative experience, like let's say you guys are like stuck in traffic or like stuck in an airplane or something. If it would be like, if you wanted anybody to be with you there, it would be that person there. Like yeah, get what I'm saying? Like where
Yeah.
if it's like the worst experiences and you need someone to be there for you, like whether it's an argument or something, it would be that person, because you know that at the end of the day that they really love you and they really just care about you in that sort of way. Like even after, like I think the best thing about arguments is, well, I think not best thing, but like something that people should take out of arguments is you're trying to solve something at the end of the day. I don't think arguments are a competition. I think it's more of like a cooperation where you guys try to fix that
Yeah,
problem.
I feel like yes. I
It
feel
ends
like
up becoming about
ideally.
pride.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really don't. I
I wish. Yeah, I wish ideally that people
Yeah, I don't
would
think
argue
pride-
and then come to a solution.
Yeah, I really think that's like the best thing. Like, let's say it's more of like a teamwork instead of like a competition where it's a 1v1. I think it's more of like let's say like making an IKEA sofa, right? I think it's more of let's make it together to kind of make it like at our own pace and like more efficiently, instead of like let's see who can make it first or like stuff like that, because
Yeah.
that kind of stuff
the
is
thing about
unhealthy.
being more mature. When people say be more mature about it, like
Well-
talk about it and make it a compromise.
Yeah.
I think it's that makes.
And
more
I feel like I've argued with a lot of people, and like I feel like people also do it just to vent as well. Like
yeah.
people won't even listen to you. Like you could say something over and over and over again, and
they
they just
want to get their
won't.
words in. Yeah, they just be like
Yeah, they
fuck
just
you,
want to say whatever they want to say,
And
and that's like those are the worst type of arguments,
I
because
think-
then nothing happens.
Yeah, but I think if you're in that situation, I think you should just swallow up the pride and look at the bigger picture and be like, okay, if we want this to continue, or if I want to fix this, I would kind of realize that okay, I can just this one I can take the loss for, because I really care about her and I really understand that right now she's not in a good position, or he or whatever. It doesn't have to be a girl, it doesn't have to be a boy. I'm just like using an example.
Of course.
Like let's say like she's not having a good day and she's like, oh, like this one coworker like freaking like did something to me, and then you're like, oh, maybe it's your fault, and then she's like, no, it's her fault, and it's all like that, and you can just just I don't know, like it's more of like it's complicated. Like all arguments are complicated.
I get
Wait,
what
Toy
you're
Story
saying,
4 came out? What?
yeah. Oh my god.
I think it did. I've never watched it yet, but I've
Yeah,
seen
it
those
did.
ads
I think it did. Yeah, because we
When
were planning on
today?
going to watch it. I have no idea.
I haven't even
But
watched
yeah,
it.
it came out.
I haven't even watched any of those yet. I haven't watched
I was looking at Snapchat and I saw someone watching it.
Oh, I also. Well, okay, so we were talking about how like.
Oh, it released yesterday.
Oh, it did really.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
we were talking about soulmates, right? And how like
Soulmate.
soulmate and how
Toy Story 4 seems pretty funny.
He's gonna keep going with that, dude. What are you doing, man? Oh god. You keep
Okay,
going with
so
that?
we're-
Come on, dude.
we're talking about soulmates, right? And how like each
pretty
person
attached
might
to
be
Woody.
different, right? Each person might be different, but what are people actually like different? Are people actually like quote unquote special? Or
I think
Is
okay.
everyone just like
I might be
okay?
wrong
Go
on
ahead.
this, and
Yeah.
I might regret this, but and I might probably
Mhm.
change my ideas. But I think special to someone is like they're just maybe they're just more compatible with you, or maybe they're just at that moment or at that time period they shine out brighter
Well,
than everybody
what I'm
else.
asking is like, is each individual person like separate from soulmates? I'm just saying. I'm asking, is each individual person special? Like, is
Individual
there
person. Right.
individual
Right,
person?
right, right.
Is
Individual. Yeah.
someone, are they special somehow? Are they like different,
I think.
or are we just like a sum of just a whole bunch of stuff that can be like put down into a science?
Oh, I see where you're
Like, you get
getting.
what I'm
Cause, yeah,
saying?
because I've been
Yeah, I
down
see
that,
what
that
you're saying.
scientific route where we can just explain everything with logic and science.
Right.
I don't know. Back then I used to think
No.
like that. Maybe like when I was.
I feel like every person is different because you can have a different social interaction with
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna get to where maybe if the way I talk to Marlon maybe different from the way I talk to freaking Sam. Even like let's just keep it here for now. Like
Yeah.
it could be different. Maybe like if it's a little different, maybe we can joke around about different things. Maybe we can't, and
Yeah.
maybe we can joke about the same things. But I think special is like unique. I think everybody is unique in a way that
In a way.
like
Because I
that
feel
like
like looks and personality change you.
yeah.
Hmm.
Personality also changes looks, and you
And
know.
looks change your personality.
Whoa, whoa,
But
whoa!
then
How?
like,
If you
Oh,
talk
wait,
to
how does
someone that
that?
has so if you talk to someone that has like, my exact personality, say this person like that exact, but they look different, you're gonna talk to them differently.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
But like, we obviously know that there are behavioral like studies, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
humans tend to act in a very similar fashion. Like,
Yeah.
no matter your background, no matter like who you are, there's
Because you're not
just
trying to get kicked out the group.
yeah. I mean, like, we just all like react in a certain way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like let's
So
say you're a racist, but then like you just you see someone like a racist act in public, and you're about to be like, yeah, like get that guy, but then like everyone in the group is just like, yo, what the fuck, that's so fucked up. And you're like, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
messed up, man.
You
So like
racist,
Like, we
Marlon?
you're just trying to
change.
not get
You racist,
outcasted,
Marlon?
you
Huh?
know?
You trying to say something, Marlon?
You
What are you gonna
racist?
Yeah,
say?
no.
You racist?
The
No, I
hard R?
understand. I
What?
understand. It's like kind of like fitting into the crowd kind of thing, where you don't want to be the standing one. You want to be the negative person in the group, or like you don't want to be like everybody's like, yo,
Different.
I love this. Yeah, you don't want to be different in a group of friends, and maybe different by yourself or different to the public, but maybe not around your friends. You always want to fit in.
It also depends
So
on
then
personality.
so then you were okay with like conforming then?
Well, I
You're
don't
okay with
conform. You already know I
conform?
don't conform. I'm freaking hella weird, but I think it's different for everybody. If people, some people do want to conform, then they go ahead and conform. But
Hmm.
The people that I associate with, the if like I really associate with you, then then that means I won't conform because
yeah,
like
you know you
I'm
can be
comfortable
comfortable.
enough
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
you that if you don't like what I'm
You
doing, then
you
you can talk to me, you know,
you.
Right.
something like that.
But let's say you're like in a big group of people that you don't know.
You would want to conform just to
You're
well,
gonna
first
conform?
off, in the first few
If
you
I'm
would
forced to be there, I'm just gonna be like, well, if I'm trying to get through this event or something, then I'm just not gonna, you know,
yeah.
just to get through this
But
without any
what
problems,
if
I'm just
it's a
gonna
matter
conform.
of like ideal? Like, what if a whole bunch of people are saying like kill this person, like get rid of him, and you're just like no, save the racist.
It's more like
Save the racists.
well, like I think it's we're going to like Nazi territory. Not like well, not that extreme, but like you know what I'm saying. Like, is if you don't join them, you're gonna be in danger, or you're gonna be in a sort of position
Well,
where
you're gonna
you
be
wouldn't.
outcasted
You you'd
yourself.
be
Yeah.
outcasted, and I think we can take
So
this back to
you're
science, where it's
Mhm.
like in a primitive society, if you're the one that doesn't want to do this or doesn't want to do that, and everybody else is
And you're the
doing, it, you're like, well,
minority.
he's a detriment to our society. And we kick him out, and then when you kicked out, you have a more chance of dying, which I think
So
I think it's an instinct
so I'm gonna ask. So you're okay with like conforming your ideals then
for that moment.
to a certain
For that moment,
issue?
yeah, for that moment, I would.
In this day and age, I wouldn't need a group to like go back home. I'll just get an
Hmm.
Uber. So yeah, I would argue.
You would argue. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, what about English class? Remember one of those like those examples? You know, Jerry's like he doesn't give a crap about anything. He says whatever he wants, but I don't think I have
Yeah.
that courage in that place.
That's why I
wouldn't have the
admire
courage.
Jerry because he's like he doesn't care. He's like
He's very opinionated and
Jerry
he's
has
not.
God, you know.
Yeah.
that's
That's his
why.
driving force, dude. But yeah, I don't really want to call out names, but he's just.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we
Yeah,
shouldn't say anything.
but
But yeah,
it's okay if we're like, just like not negatively, but
yeah.
we'll probably refrain from that. But we'll just if some people are just
No, but
like,
yeah.
Jerry's great.
he's a great person. He's really he's like an
Yeah,
example of what someone should probably be like. But
Wants to be
yeah,
like,
I would want to be.
Yeah.
have that kind of
I
courage.
don't have that kind of courage. I respect him, but
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't think I would conform to that situation because you'd have to put your
It also
ideal.
depends how serious of the ideals,
Yeah, like if
why don't you drink
they're
some water,
really
huh?
against
Why
you.
don't you drink some water, man? Huh?
Like if we were talking
That's
about
true.
some big political stuff, then like, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember.
I'm not gonna get
he was
into
like, he
that,
was
though.
like, so woman. And then you see the entire class just like look at him,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a bunch of shrugs. I was like, hey, calm
And
the
everyone
hell
just
down.
stood around
Dude.
like, oh shit.
I was like, calm the hell down, dude.
So,
Like, what the hell's
women.
going on? So women.
Wait, about what though?
I don't even know. I forgot. It was
You
like,
just
I
said
don't
so
remember. It
woman?
was just so iconic because it gets super quiet because like it's Jerry, so he's gonna say something. So then everything gets quiet, and then you just hear him say, "So women," and it's just like, all right.
he said the women
You
are
already
the
know
causes
something's
of
going
problems,
down.
dude. He said women are the causes of problems. I was like, oh, dude, that's pretty.
Really, yo.
That's pretty.
Oh,
That's
my
pretty
son
polar.
Jerry.
It
That's
was
pretty
great.
Polar, you know?
My
Everyone was
son
going
Jerry,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah,
My
he
son
went
Jerry.
off. He went pretty.
All right, we should
Yeah, we should probably
refrain
we should probably move
refrain
on
from
then.
talking about.
All right. What?
How much
Yeah.
time we running on?
I think we have a pretty good amount of time, if anything, because Justin
Yeah.
wasn't here, but we really wanted to drop.
We
in.
started at like 9, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Are we at an hour?
yeah,
We're at an hour and 30.
Yeah, we're probably at an hour 30. We can
Hour 30.
because we were pretty deep on this, and this was pretty good. Hopefully the audio is fine. I'm really sorry for
Oh shit.
last week's,
Yeah.
because I don't know, dude. It's just I don't know, but hopefully Justin and a couple more people can join us in the future because it's expected to not have
I already have something I want to talk about for the next one.
oh really
Just because I'm really passionate about.
Really? All right,
Yeah,
tease it. Tease it.
just tease a little bit. Give a little teaser, dude.
What do you mean?
A little snippet. Give a little
Like,
snippet.
what's like
I already
just
talked to mad people about it.
oh well, that's fine. That's fine. We'll keep it for the next one. But does anybody want to do the outro? I mean, if you guys want to try it out.
No outro.
We'll just end it. All right. See you guys.
Just
Bye.
mid sentence, just
Bye.
end it. Mid sentence, literally mid sentence.
No, but
Because I'm about to say what I'm about to talk about, and boom.
no, but thank you guys for watching our third podcast. Sorry we don't have Justin here because his parents were singing apparently, and I don't know if you guys want to hear that, but
Special request, sure.
you guys
why
do
not?
please request in the comments. But I really enjoyed this one, like I did the
Yeah.
other ones. I mean,
We enjoyed all of them.
yeah, we really
Yeah.
just go like these. I think we're gonna get better with this. We're gonna go deeper into conversations like we do now, and you can probably even ask a couple questions to you guys, the watchers, and you guys can probably participate in the comments.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Once again, let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah,
Sooner
Let
or
us
later,
know.
get guests in here.
yeah. Sooner or later,
Yeah.
we'll probably get a guest in here. We
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
spice it up. We can't be
I
having.
don't know, maybe the next one.
Maybe even the next one. Oh, what is this tease? Oh,
Maybe it'll even be of the female variant.
We get one of them.
Be the female
woman.
species.
Get one of them females.
Get one of them. One of the women. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Peace.